my channel English Wenglish by Rekha. So today I'm going to tell you very common thing. Most of my students ask me this question that ma'am, we try our best to bring different words, sentences and idioms in our sentences to add up to make it more impressive, to bring lots of variant in our languages, but it doesn't happen. When we are talking to somebody, even if we try a lot to bring up new words and sentences and words and phrases in our sentences, we are not able to do it. When the right time comes for us to speak out, we are really stuck. We don't know how to use different words and sentences in our vocabulary. Even if they try their best to bring up some new words and idiom and phrases in their sentences, they really want to make it impressive by adding more and more words, different kind of antonyms and synonym in their sentences. They are not able to do it. They don't find the right words to express themselves. Right word never comes to their mind, and then they have to compromise with their same set of words which they have been using for a long time. So this is really very common problem, and this is the most asked question, you can say. So this thing happens because we always try to speak the same set of sentences, same set of words and phrases. We never try to find out some replace words, instead of using the same set of words. So we need to put some kind of conscious efforts, because when we are speaking, it has to be very, instant. It has to be the rapid one, You don't have time to think over the other things, You don't have time to think over for other words. You don't have time to think, oh, what is the word which I have learned? So you are not going to think about those words because it's very difficult, to bring them back to your memory, to recollect those words and use in your sentences. So it is really very common problem which most of my students face. So today I'm going to tell you a few, I'm going to tell you few things which you can adopt to use new words and idiom and phrases in your sentences. I know that most of you know that repetition works a lot to improve your English, and today I'm going to tell you that suppose after I've taken some words, I'm going to write it on the board and show you that how can we do it. Actually, our mind is very much, it's very vulnerable, you can see that it always goes for the simpler things, it always chooses the simple thing. So it doesn't think for the complexities or some kind of words. When you are in constant practice, you can find another word. But when you are not in constant, practice, and when you are talking to somebody, your mind will not take such pains to find for other words, Then you have to be content with whatever words comes in your mind, whatever thoughts comes in your mind. So that is why make your conscious effort to bring those words and vocabulary in your mind, putting your conscious efforts, and then only you can be able to speak in English, by bringing various variant in your language. So how can you do this? Like I'm telling you that there are various ways in which you can speak out, and don't go and rush on words, don't think that I have to be very much fluent in English, because I have seen that most of the students, they always think about the instant gratification, that they're going to learn whole words and sentences in one day. They really want to grab on words and sentences in one day without practicing. So it's not possible. In one day, no one can become so fluent. It needs time. It really takes time, to be fluent. So I'm going to tell you that how can you how can you make your sentence impressive, by using various kind of idiom and phrases in your language, because language can be adorned, it can be made beautiful by using various kind of idiom and phrases. It will also make your language very impressive and beautiful too, and people will get impressed by your way of speaking. So what you can do, that take 2 or 3 idioms every day, note it down in your diary, and what you can do, that while speaking to somebody, now different apps are available for speaking to other people, and it is very easily available. And there are some apps where you can talk to like your language trainers too. So what you need to do, that use these 2 or 3 idiom and phrases every day and use in your conversation. I'm not telling you to use all those long vocabulary list on your to add up in your conversation. Don't do it. Just go for 1 or 2 every day. And when you do with it, like you have used 1 or 2 phrases or idioms for one day, and don't think about this thing. Next day you go for another set of idiom and phrases. Okay. Then third day again you what you do, that again you take the first one. Okay, so in this way you will see that when you are using those phrases and idioms in your daily conversation, you find that it's really become etched up in your mind. It remains in your mind for a longer period, and you are never going to forget it. And whenever you are talking, it will, you don't have to put much pressure to bring them back to your memory. It will come up to your mind, and very smoothly it will remain in your mind, and very easily you can express those words and idioms. Okay, now I've written 3 idiom and phrases on the boards. You can see it. First, to rub on the face. To rub on the face means to show someone their weaknesses. Okay, if some person is having some kind of weakness and you are intentionally showing them up, intentionally you are telling them up, yeah, this is your weakness. So it is to rub on the face, or to rub on someone's face. You can also say that. Second one is slip into a slump. Slip into a slump means, when you are not in a very active mode, sometimes we feel very lethargic, we are very passive mode. We don't want to do anything in our life. So it's called, slip into a slump. And third is pissed off. It is an advanced label, what you call slang. That is means pissed off means to be very angry at someone. So suppose that I have taken these 3 idioms or phrases for one day. So what I am going to do, that when I am practicing speaking with someone, suppose I am talking on some app, or I am talking to someone, intentionally I will have to bring those, intentionally I need to bring them up in my memory, using it frequently. Look, I can say, I know that I have this weakness. I know that I have this kind of weaknesses. Why are you rubbing it on my face, telling me again and again, reminding me again and again? I know that I have this kind of problem, Why are you rubbing it on my face? So why are you showing me up? Why are you telling me again and again that I have this kind of problem? Now second is slip into a slump. Slip into a slump, you can say that, oh God, I'm not feeling like doing anything. Nowadays, I'm slipping into a slump. It means that I'm feeling very lethargic. I'm feeling very inactive to do some work. So, I'm really feeling slipping into a slump. So I can't do anything. Nowadays, I don't find, a kind of excitement or encouragement to do some work. It feels like I sleep all day. It's a period of, very inactive process, you can say. So you can say that I'm telling you that I'm slipping into a slump nowadays. Now pissed off. Pissed off means to be very angry. I really know when he replied in this way, I was really pissed off. So what you can do, that these are the 3 phrases what you need to do, apply these 3 phrases again and again and again in your sentences till it becomes a part of your conversation, and you don't need to put much pressure to bring them back to your memory whenever you are talking to someone. It becomes very, very smoothly it comes to your mind. So in this way you need to learn idiom and phrases. Okay, now forget it for one day. Second day you choose another 3 set of these kind of words or sentences, or some kind of sentence structure too, or idiom and phrases, and go on practicing them. Okay, so and go on practicing those words and phrases. Third day again you start with these 3 idiom and phrases, and use it quite often in your conversation whenever you are talking to somebody. So in this way, frequently if you are using it, it will remain in your mind for a longer period, and you are not going to forget it, and you will not have to put much pressure to bring them back to your memory. This is a way of learning words and sentence and vocabulary, and believe me, this is very much tested and verified with me. And this is very much tested and verified by me. It's really gonna work for you too. So that is why put your much effort to learn these things and make your language very impressive and effective, so that when you speak, people say, wow, you have a very good command over your English language. So hope you understood it well. This is a small tip which I have brought today. Hope you liked it, and give comment, So thank you so much.